Hello and welcome to LAT's Weekly Market Insight. And what a week it has been. World stocks have aggressively sold off as rising global COVID-19 cases and next week's US presidential election weigh on the sentiment. UK equity markets look set to cap off the week down despite broadly upbeat earnings from America's tech giants. The weakness has continued through the week into Friday, with the DAX falling yet another 1.1% and London's FTSE 100 down yet another 0.8%. This off the back of 4 days of selling that had already seen the DAX down 8% through the start of the week. In the commodity sector, we've seen a similar story. The price of oil slid another 0.7% to its lowest levels since May. The latest bout of selling came even after Alphabet, Amazon, Apple, and Facebook all revealed quarterly results after the close of trade on Thursday, but showed sales climbing more swiftly in the third quarter than analysts had been expecting. This week's decline in global equities also comes as investors have grown increasingly worried about sharply rising coronavirus cases counts in Western Europe and the US. Christine Lagarde, President of the European Central Bank, warned on Thursday the risks to Europe's economy are clearly tilted to the downside. As we come across to the charts, we can see the moves in these major markets. Some of the US indice markets here breaking key support here on the 4-hour chart and also breaking down through that 50 and importantly that 200 period moving average. And we can see the reoccurring theme that we saw through all of these markets. Euro dollar aggressively selling off again as the dollar catches that bid as a safe haven currency. We can see the commodity sector, oil here also breaking down through support before moving back up, retesting that 200 period moving average and then aggressively moving lower. And it's a reoccurring theme. Technicals combining here with fundamentals to make some fantastic trading opportunities. The CAC Caron here again crossing below the 200 and that 50 period moving average, breaking the support as they go into yet another national lockdown. The FTSE didn't get out of this cleanly either, breaking down through that key support that had been held through the majority of October and September, breaking lower falsely before retesting that 50 period moving average, and then the sell-off ensued. And then, of course, the DAX, as previously mentioned, a massive week for the DAX, down nearly 8% on that week and still showing signs of potential moves lower off the back of Christine Lagarde's comments. Now, expectations for volatility in the wake of next week's presidential election represent yet another headwind confronting global investors. Only time will tell now if we can get a bounce and a relief rally in these markets, but for the time being, we've seen dramatic moves, rapid moves across commodities, currencies, and indice markets. All eyes to next week now to see if there's going to be any shock releases from this presidential election and what the aftermath and the fallout will be should it be a Biden win. And also, should we see Trump gain another 4 years in office? That is all from us here this week at London Academy of Trading. Please do join us same time next week for another weekly market insights.